Since you're here, you're probably wondering, can communism change female nature? Comrade, I have the shared knowledge of a billion people inside this mind. It's a hive mind. It's a communist hive mind. I know the way to the communist utopia, bruh. Anyways, I know that a lot of people will joke and a lot of haters will say communism will never succeed. Communism has never worked. Communism will never work. But that is true. But it's okay. Look. It's true on a bigger level. Like, it's never gonna work in some big country or whatever. Or maybe with AI forcing it upon us. Maybe. Maybe. But communism might be the key to solving the problem of female nature. Maybe you're tired of seeing all these women going after wealthy men instead of focusing on love, instead of focusing on building real relationships. They're willing to forgo anything romantic. They're willing to forgo their night to date the prince. And you must be sick of that. I sure as hell am. And that's why we're going to change it. We're going to make this a communist utopia where everyone can get a woman. Everyone. Well, okay. Anyways, okay, let's be real. Let's be real. What if we had communism? Would that change female nature? Not really. It would simply give it another type of outlet. So, what you would see would be something along the lines of everyone has the same amount of wealth. Everyone lives in similar houses. And so you don't have kind of status in that way. But there are still ways to calculate status that would still that women would choose for because everyone is equal financially. So they choose for looks, how smart you are, although well, more because it's more fun to be with you, I guess. How funny you are and how strong how strong you are, like how attractive, how muscular you are. But I mean, the first one was attractive, but how muscular you are. So you would still have to worry about those things. So it would give a lot of guys a chance because there are a lot of pretty homeless men out there. A lot of pretty homeless men. I'm about to become homeless when I adopt me. Ooh, daddy, I can be your femboy. Anyways, so yeah, I do wanna strive for this communist utopia. But is this communist utopia possible? Is it even a utopia? Or not? You're not doing much in terms of dealing with female nature here. Unless women are considered property and are distributed equally. But how would they be distributed? Well, I mean, if you're an ugly guy, let's say you're a 4, then you would get a 4. Maybe that would be a fair distribution. And now all the 4s are thinking, nah, I want a 10. It's like, well, we could always kidnap women from around the world for our communist utopia, because they're property. Or they would be property once they would be in our land. Anyways, is it even possible? Let's ponder the possibilities. Let's ponder the possibilities of could it be possible to make this happen? Well, yes and no. You would never have a country. Oh well, maybe with AI. I don't know. It's hard to say. But you might be able to have a certain designated area with about 1,000 up to maybe 10,000 people at most, I think, where you could potentially make communism work. I mean, you'd have to have a lot of people who are willing to go there. Now, that kind of makes it a bit more difficult, in the distribution of women, and you can't consider women property. So you'd still have to forego that. But you could still have a communist utopia in a land of like, well, anywhere between 50 people to 10,000 people. I guess that's a fair estimate. Because the problem is when you have much more people, because you can't really keep a check on all of them. But if you have so few people, then and they want communism, then you can just distribute everything equally. And if they want to live like that, well, there you have it. You could always let them leave, or you could contain them, and the ones who don't want it anymore, you could either shoot or you could let them leave. It's fine either way. Um, what we need though, comrades, is communism. So we need to work together, man. To all the MGTOWs out there, to all the incels, you don't need to be MGTOWs anymore or incels. You just need communism. Communism is the way for you to get all the pussy. You will get so much pussy. Pussy, pussy, pussy. Alright. It will be distributed to you via mail. Or what kind of postal service would communists use? Well, maybe us mail. I don't know. Starvation mail? But never forget that some of us are more equal than others. And the one who makes all this possible should get a harem. Or what if we kidnap 50,000 women from across the globe and we have 10,000 men? Then we have a harem for everyone. We can distribute it equally. But what if it's 50,001 women? Fuck. We could have one woman, like, in a cage in the middle of the town that is dancing, like naked dancing, that everyone could enjoy. Or maybe it could be like the girl who like fixes the streets, like cleans the streets. That is no one's property. Wait a second. Right. If you're communist, you don't believe in property. But if you want women to be property, how does that work? So what if you want communism and you want property? And that is when the universe will implode. Thanks for watching. Let's... Sexual communism. Sexual communism! That is the way forward! Come on, guys! Sexual communism! Say what? What? Okay, let's see. Alright. So, yeah, she's... Indeed. But now let's just read all the messages in the comments I got so that I can respond to all the comments because I'm so famous. I'm a communist. All right. Let's see. Okay. True. It's and the new viewer just left because why wouldn't he? All right. Never mind it. Yeah, there was a viewer for a moment. Like, there was 3, and now there is 1. Lmao. If we had communism, I would have as much viewers as PewDiePie. I've earned it, goddammit! Don't you see how much effort I put into my content? Alright. Well, so she's not yours, it's just your turn. So if we would have a communist utopia, right-wing communism squads, exactly. It's something like that. It's hard to put our fingers onto it, but right-wing communism squads could work. Could work. Though there's still one problem. Like, how would you get the distribution of the wealth if everyone is there by choice? Like, where would the wealth come from? Or would everyone be equally poor and just live off of seeds and get the free women? Harems of free women, but you'd live off of seeds. Well, I mean, for some that is dating upwards, I guess. But then again, would you want those women? Would you want a woman that is so poor Well, probably you would, because you'd you'd be seen as a gold mine. What if oh my God, I have a way for us to do this. What if we all become homeless and we all go out into the forest together and we bring some women with us and then we build a dome so that they can't escape. Or we just have a really, really high wooden fence, a wooden spike, a wooden pole fence, so that they can't get out. And then we we tell them, "Welcome to the cum zone." Wait, wait. I need to get the right look for this. Hey, I would totally like to I would totally like to have consensual sex with you, but you know what's better than having to wait for consent? Now I am one of those anime protagonists or antagonists. I'll steal your girl. I don't know. Wooden fences, wooden doors. All right, so you'd have women and they would cook for you. Although cooking seeds seems pointless, you might as well just eat the seeds or plant them. You know, this plan is breaking apart because if you would kidnap to have even two women, like we go out into the woods like 1,000 men and we bring 2,000 women with us and we try to survive on seeds, then we would have to let some of the women die so that we could eat them as well, because otherwise it's hard to share all the seeds. And you can't be some simp. You can't just give your seeds to the women. That's not going to help. That's not going to make the communism, the homeless communism work. All right? We have to share amongst men. So it's kind of MGTOW, but we get women. Like women would be our property, but property doesn't exist. Okay, look, it makes sense, but it doesn't make sense. Look, but it's possible. At worst, we can all just be men, homeless men in the forest, building a new civilization with communism as our foundation. And then we could have Nazi neighbors. I wonder how the Nazi neighbors would do. They would probably have a similar society. A similar, I don't know if I would call that a society. Anyways, thank you for tuning in and cheerios! Ha 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 ha! See ya, fam. Peace!